Alright, we be filming. Gotta come sitting down. I just bumped the light. Okay. For this video, I'm kind of going to be switching things up a little bit, and I'm actually going to be doing this video with a friend, but this friend of mine lives in the United States, so that means we're going to be switching things up a little bit. So for today's video, my friend Kara Swanson and I are going to be, well, we already did, interview an author whose street team we are on for her novel, which is the Steadfast Love Series, that's what it is. So this author's name is Rachelle Rea, sorry if I said that wrong, and we both decided that to come up with some interview questions for Rachelle, and Kara then emailed Rachelle and asked her the questions, and we got some answers back via email. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be reading some of the questions we asked her and her answers, and then also kind of discussing her most recent book of the series, which is, I have the cover right here, The Sound of Silver. I don't actually have a book copy, so I cheated and printed the cover off on the computer. But isn't it really pretty? I love it.
Hey everyone, it's Kara Swanson here, and I'm going to be doing half of the interview questions with Rachelle, with Adriana, so this should be exciting.
Okay, so the first question that I asked Rachelle was, what is your favorite TV show? And she said that her favorite TV show was Once Upon a Time because Belle, that was her reason. She said Belle is her favorite, which I had to take this question and ask her because that is my ultimate favorite character of that TV show. So we be twinning, yay!
My first interview question is to Rachelle, what is your favorite movie? And I'm going to read her answer for you. And then just give a little my own perspective on it. So she said, The Decoy Bride, because Tenet. And let's just be honest, but that is a totally valid answer. I actually watched that movie recently. It was on Netflix. It's actually really cute. Kind of cracked me up, him trying to be an author and all that. But yeah, it's kind of a fun, lighthearted, just girly chick flick movie. So.
Another question that we asked Rachelle was becoming an author a childhood dream? And she said that no, back then she wanted to actually be a country singer, which I think is pretty cool. I also may or may not start demanding country singing videos from Rachelle now.
Who is your favorite superhero? And Rachelle's answer was Thor, because medieval speak. And yeah, I can totally see her doing that. And in some ways I think Dirk does remind me a little bit of Thor. They probably look nothing alike, but, you know, the whole kind of big, strong guy who has to go save the girl and all of that. So yeah, definitely. Personally, I'm more of a Captain America person myself, but, you know, all love among the Avengers fans. It's alright, we're just gonna let it slide, so.
What is one of your favorite book series? And Rachelle's answer was The River of Time series by Lisa Ton Berggren, I think is how you say the author's name? Not entirely sure, but I also have read that book series and it is fantastic. One of my favorites.
What books influenced her the most? And she came up with a pretty good list. Let me read them to you. First off, The River of Time series by Lisa T. Berggren. Secondly, The Messenger by Siri Mitchell. Lastly, the Pretty Much Anything by Laura Franz, she said. Personally, I don't know. I'm more of a fantasy person. Obviously, it's what I write. Although I did love Rachelle's books a lot. And I loved River of Time. It was so good, so good. But so for me, it probably would be like C.S. Lewis, Chronicles of Narnia. I don't know, it's so hard. There's so many good books out there. But, yeah.
Ooh, this is a good one. In your opinion, what is the worst book to movie? And Rachelle's answer was Insurgent. So many things were not in the book, and so many things were missing that were actually from the book that might have been important elements and whatnot. I haven't actually seen all of Insurgent because I wasn't able to sit through it, so if that's answer enough as well, backs up Rachelle, then there you go.
How do you see yourself in your book characters? and her answers were very sweet, I thought. First, she said that Gwen lost her grandfather and has poor eyesight. I also have poor eyesight, as do you apparently, so I definitely understand this plight. Yeah, I'm pretty much blind in one eye, and then the other eye isn't too far behind it, but yeah, and that was something I really loved about your characters, was having a female character who obviously wasn't perfect, but had just such like a common problem that I think we can all relate to. It was beautiful. And then of course Marguerite is kind but shy. It's funny how many authors are just more introverted. I happen to be more extroverted, so I guess I'm one of those weird people, but yeah. Dirk's sister Susan, who appears in book 2, can be a bit scatterbrained. And Rachelle said, that's so me. Very much me too.
Is what do you do in your free time? Her answer was, free time, what's that? I work 2 jobs, have released 2 books this year, and I'm slowly relearning the power of a good nap. That answer is just by far my favorite, I think. By far my favorite answer for that one.
And lastly, well, almost lastly, I asked if she had any weird writing habits. Rachelle says, I am obsessed with timing myself. I really enjoy seeing how fast I can write in so little time. It's funny because as a writer, I'm kind of the opposite. Like, I'd rather just have, oh, I need to write 3,000 words a day or something like that, rather than timing myself. But that's a very normal thing for most writers to do. And I think Rachelle was in Go Teen Writers, and all the word wars happening there kind of doesn't surprise me at all.
So for those of you who have read The Sound of Silver, there's a character in the book named Anders, and honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Anders at all. But then Kara would say otherwise, and she actually really likes Anders, so this is where things might get a little bit interesting when we both answer this question. But anyways, I had asked simply, why Anders? And the answer I got from Rachelle was, that is all Megan's fault. She was the first to read Silver and really liked him, so he became less of a villain and more of a friend. Except he ended up not knowing which he actually wanted to be. So I guess you'll have to read book 3 and find out which he decides on. Really, that's my main motivation for book 3, and I am dying to read it. I honestly can't even explain how brutal it is to have to wait for the 3rd book.
Why Anders? Why this character? Why this guy who was your best childhood friend comes back, kind of messes up everything that has happened in book 1, but then somehow totally makes you like him all the same for it? And I'll read her answer again for you. She says, this is all Megan Granke's fault. Now you may not know Megan, you should go check her out though. She's on Facebook, she's got a couple books done. A Southern Belle is kind of, you know, a little tagline. She's adorable. You should just go find her, figure out what she does, read her books, do whatever you can. She's amazing. Anyways, just a minute of fangirl. We're moving on. She was the first to read Silver and liked him. So, he became less of a villain and more of a friend. Except he ended up not knowing exactly which he wanted to be. You'll have to read book 3 to find out which he decides on. Yeah, a little shameless marketing there, Rachelle. We saw that. Not that I would totally do it myself, but you know. So, Adriana and I are like all over the plate on this one. I tend to kind of play the devil's advocate. I felt like in some ways Dirk was so undecided as well on who he wanted to be, what he was doing, just that he would just leave her and go off and live La Vida Loca and go find this journey and have this adventure, that I kind of started to like Anders more a little bit, maybe, because he was still her friend and he stayed there and he did stuff and whatnot. So I know, I'm probably like totally wrecking something or shipwrecker or something, I don't know, but that is just my opinion. And yeah, we'll see who wins in book 3. I have a feeling I already know who, but I will go down with this one.
If you haven't read any of Rachelle's books yet or are interested in doing so, I will be putting links in the description down below, and you can find all that sort of stuff. Links to her blog, social media, where to buy her books, Goodreads, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, hope you like this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
My next question for Rachelle.